From the halls of St. Peter's Catholic Secondary School, William Arnaud headed to culinary school after graduation, and soon after cooked up a win in the Battle of Ontario cooking competition. In the spring of 2020, the emergence of COVID-19 put Will's catering business on the back burner. Will joined the volunteers at Lion's Heart Incorporated to give back to his community in an incredible way. Hundreds of daily nutritious meals were prepared and distributed to the most needy residents of Kingston. Will's catering business has since resumed, but not before his volunteer work earned him the City of Kingston's first Capital Honourable Achievement Award. Our outstanding graduate from Holy Trinity was bitten by the acting bug when his teachers allowed him to use his talents for class projects instead of traditional essays and papers, and what a blessing that turned out to be for a talented young Scott Cavallero. Despite several attempts to shake it off, the acting bug wouldn't let go, and today Scott has a career that he can be very proud of. Scott has started movies on Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, and critically acclaimed television series on networks and streaming services around the globe. Justine's life journey has always been about service to others. From her high school years at Our Lady of the Bay to university and graduate school in New Zealand, her desire to make a difference has been her guiding light. Justine has already made an impact on the lives of many people in New Zealand, working hard to remove healthcare barriers for Maori children and their families. Her passion for healthcare equality has not gone unnoticed by the people she serves. When she received her master's degree in health leadership, the Maori community bestowed upon her a gift that will be cherished forever, a traditional Maori cloak which she wore at her graduation ceremony. Hardship is something that Patrick Fogarty graduate Carolyn Marie Goodwin is all too familiar with, but she has turned her struggles into success and the service of others. As the owner of Timberwoll Custom Carpentry, Carolyn Marie dedicates a portion of her work time fixing property damage as a result of domestic abuse incidents. She loves to speak at schools and to youth groups about the importance of women in the trades and pursuing your passion regardless of circumstance or gender. Carolyn Marie's other passion project is Uplifting Blessings, which she created to aid the homeless and most vulnerable, children in the foster care system, and women experiencing domestic violence. For all of her incredible efforts, Carolyn Marie was nominated for the City of Orillia Citizen of the Year in 2019 and 2020. Most recently, she was awarded the 2020 Nell Carter Women of the Year Award by the Orillia Business Women's Association. Sometimes your path in life is very clear. St. Dominic graduate Krista Finch Shelley knew from a very young age that her career would include animals, and lots of them. Krista started volunteering at the local OSPCA in 4th grade and never tired of the work she was asked to do there. Once in high school, her volunteer work became even more important as she participated in a cooperative education program at the same place and learned even more about caring for God's smaller and furrier creatures. After being part of St. Dominic's very first graduating class in 1999, Krista is now back in her hometown, working as a vet tech at Centennial Animal Hospital and giving back to the community she loves so much through fundraising and fostering. When the Society of Composers, Authors, and Music Publishers of Canada picks you as one of the top 6 composers to watch for in 2020, you know you're fulfilling your life's passion. For Stephanie Cowell, the passion for writing and composing started in the halls and classrooms of St. Joan of Arc Catholic High School. In fact, she was selected as one of only 8 musicians in all of Simcoe County to perform at the Collingwood Music Festival Showcase of Talent. Stephanie currently calls Los Angeles home. She was recently the lead composer on the Amazon Kids program Super Spy Ryan. Her original compositions can also be heard on the Cartoon Network, PBS, and ESPN. The credits, accolades, and awards keep accumulating for this talented graduate. The Catholic values instilled in Tom Roberts, our outstanding graduate from St. Joseph's Catholic High School, certainly helped shape his career serving his community. Tom's role as the Vice President, Corporate Services, and Chief Financial Officer for Orillia Soldiers Memorial Hospital has allowed him many opportunities to make a difference in the lives of its city's residents. As the COVID-19 pandemic played out across the globe this past year, Tom played an integral role establishing a COVID-19 testing center and more recently a vaccination clinic in Orillia. From the hallways at St. Joe's to the hallways of Orillia's hospital, Tom will certainly continue to inspire others with his selfless and caring leadership style. When Deanne Rose started playing soccer at 4 years old, how could she know that she would score the opening goal against Brazil in the 2016 Olympic Games? That same year, Deanne would become the youngest goal scorer in Olympic women's soccer history. An explosive and powerful player, Deanne's list of accomplishments is impressive. BMO Canadian Player of the Year nominee, participant in the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France, and first-round draft pick of the National Women's Soccer League. Deanne is a valuable member of the Canadian national team and was called to the Canadian training camp for the She Believes Cup. Following her graduation from St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Secondary School, Deanne headed south to study sociology and sports psychology in Florida, where she is now in her senior year. After graduating from St. Teresa's Catholic High School, Jeff Warnock went on to pursue honors degrees in political science and law. This valedictorian was then called to the Bar of Ontario to begin his career. Establishing himself as a litigator and senior public policy advisor, and working on student programs and diversity outreach initiatives kept Jeff busy, but his passion for teaching couldn't be ignored. Jeff found himself back in the lecture hall, but this time as an adjunct professor in Aboriginal and Indigenous law. Jeff is frequently invited to guest lecture on topics of Aboriginal law and is currently a student in the Master of Laws program, where he focuses his research on the rights of Indigenous peoples.